Yes, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Carcino here. And yes, it's true. I wanted to check it out in full before I go ahead and make a decision. I wanted it to be a very rash decision. I wanted it to be as accurate as humanly possible. And absolutely, it is true. Jay-Z and Roc Nation are now the owners of Tupac's catalog. Back when Prince passed away and Jay-Z tried to buy his catalog, he was blocked by the estate because they were suing Jay-Z for tampering. The family had access to the catalog. As long as Tupac was alive, well, Afeni was alive, this move was never going to happen. But they were interested in buying out Tupac's estate and all his catalog. Death Row owned it into 2003. Then it no longer belonged to Death Row Records. Entertainment One came and bought Tupac's catalog, which basically gave everything to Afeni. Now, since Afeni has passed, everything's on the table. This would have never ever happened. Tupac will be rolling over in his grave if this was going on under his watch. No, he would not be happy about this. No, this is proof Pac ain't here. Pac would have never let this. He would have came back from the dead to correct this. Stealing his music? Oh no. He wasn't going for that. So for $384 million, but when this was going on about Prince, they were saying like they're working on something even bigger than the Prince thing. Like, we got other, things. This is just one thing, a hiccup. They got something else that's going to shock the world. Jay-Z owning Tupac's catalog? That's huge, bruh. That's very huge. And for Roc Nation, they own all the rights to the songs, the lyrics, everything. So now, if Jay-Z wants to redo a Tupac song, he can. The money he paid to Suge, to bar him, my girlfriend, and all that stuff, now he gets paid off that. That money goes straight to Jay-Z now. Jay-Z had to pay money to say, born rough and rugged, addressing the mad public, my attitude was ugly and everybody love it. Some people hate when he took Tupac lyrics and was rapping them on the song. He had to pay. He had to pay to do that. Tupac catalog is cost him $384 million. It's worth more than Jay-Z's catalog. So I wouldn't say he did it out of spite. I would say he did it out of a business. Now, I don't think the ink is dry, but yeah, this is a real thing. I'm hoping people are telling me that people that I respect are telling me it's real. So if it's fake, it's the greatest fake news I ever heard. But if Entertainment One sold Tupac's catalog for $384 million and they bought it, hey, I asked around, people said, man, I'm hearing this real. Like, that's a real deal. The numbering might not be correct. It might be $1 million here or $2 million, but they're saying this is in play. Remember when he was buying Prince catalog? What did they say? Man, he can't buy Prince catalog. He was trying to buy Prince catalog. Prince had actually done business with Jay-Z. He distributed his albums through Tidal. He loved the fact him and Jay-Z were very close because he tried to do the same thing. Prince tried to do that, eliminate the record companies, and saying, you know what, we need to have our own service and distribute our own music and control our end of the music. Prince tried to do that. So he commended Jay-Z for having the vision to go down this route. I don't know if they ever met. If he did, Jay was a nobody back then. It's like he was just another guy standing around. He wouldn't probably know him from a hole in his head if he had saw him back then. Because who was he to Tupac at that time? Prince was ahead of the curve because he was never caught into the nonsense. You know, where everybody else lives in distractions, Prince was not dealing with those distractions. Prince kept things more looking towards the future. When everybody was on Purple Rain, he was making a whole different album. And they was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making another album. I'm finna put it out. It's already done. They would, no! People are still playing Purple Rain. Everybody else was loving Purple Rain. Prince was bored. He was through with Purple Rain at that time. When people were playing Purple Rain, Prince dropped 2 albums. Back to back. Within 2 months. While Purple Rain was still ruling the charts. You couldn't keep up. He was oversaturating the market. And that's why they were like, you can't do this. Which is true. If Prince had done it like Michael Jackson, that's why you had a Michael Jackson album once every 2 years. It was like, okay, you won't hear Michael for 2 more years. You better jam to this album. The next Michael Jackson album, boom, it's a tour. Because when the album comes out, when the Michael Jackson album comes out, it will come out, there'll be a tour. That's another 300 some million. You're doing this, you got too much to, you don't have time to be sitting around making albums and albums. Prince would do all that and then keep working. Now, you remember what Purple Rain sounded like. He made an album called Alphabet Street. The very next album out the Purple Rain was Alphabet Street. Alphabet Street, Around the World, that album is entirely different. Every sound is different. Around the world in a day. That's where the song Raspberry Beret came on. That's the only song on the album everybody really liked. Oh, she wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find. They love that song. But listen to that whole album and you'll be blown away. It's entirely different. Watching the video, the music video should probably be on YouTube, called Around the World in a Day. This is right when Purple Rain was going on. That whole thing is colorful, is out of this world, and people are like, what is this? That was Prince. Then he came out with the album with Kiss. Kiss. So, he was ahead of the curve. Now, Jay-Z and him are both eclectic. They both think on a wavelength of embetterment. See, that's the thing about Jay that I like about him, that a lot of people don't recognize. He's not with the foolery. He has no time for it. He's like, look, I don't have no time for this foolery. I'd rather just go ahead and do my thing. And, I've done that. When he was like, it's time to change clothes and wearing button-up shirts with jeans. You know, Jay was doing it. Everybody like, man, we can't wear jerseys no more, man. Jay-Z said we got to change clothes. So he's very influential. But I'm just glad he found a niche, you know, because for a while he was out there pretty bad, you know, just trying to find something that works. And when you out there searching, trying to find something that work all the time, and nothing working for you, so he got y'all out of the jerseys and had y'all dressing up. But before then, y'all was wearing triple X jerseys with some baggy blue jeans, stonewashed blue jeans. Darius don't even own his house. Talking about own something. Hey, nah, I'm on the live chat. Yeah, Cleveland's playing Miami. That, yeah, that's the game they talking about. What's he in there, man? Hmm?
Tia was on the couch watching TV.
Oh,
Tia
okay.
was in there with her. You didn't see her leave.
Well, she probably went to her room. But you want your ice cream bar now, or you want to put it in the freezer?
You found?
Yeah.
Let me see. Sounded like a cocktail with that ain't it.
This is it.
Oh, it is it. Yeah. You found her fish? You must have got
No,
the truck.
I called her and got the other kind. I don't think Suge owns no masters no more. They took everything from Suge. He don't own anything anymore. He can't. He owns over $100 million, so he can't legally own anything like that. They would snatch that away from Suge so quick. I don't think Daz even know who owns his stuff anymore. He better talk to Entertainment One and actually look for his catalog. You must still had ice cream. Oh, she's in here. Your ice cream here.
Thank you.
All right. In 4K. I know. I know. Don't want to talk about it. Death Row owned the Death Row owned his catalog. What Suge was gonna do by giving Tupac his own publishing, he was gonna let Tupac be able to be a partner. He was partnering with Tupac. So that way he was giving him his own account. By partnering with Tupac, what Suge was gonna do with Machiavelli Records, he was gonna be able to still build his catalog. And Suge was gonna eat off that. He was giving him an opportunity so that when Pac retired, he was gonna give Pac his catalog. That was his plan. That's what he said he was gonna do. That was his plan. Tupac wasn't leaving Death Row. See, this is what people get confused. because Pac at one time, like, he was unhappy with a lot of things, his finances at death row. He was very, yes, he was very unhappy. He was aware that he didn't have his finances, his money in the bank is not reflecting what he was supposed to have or what he thought he should get. So going back in to talk to Suge, they came up. That's when he told Suge he was not happy. He wanted the lawyer, the death row lawyer, to give him a list of accounts because he wanted to see for himself what he owed, so he can be able to pay Suge and do what he wanted to do. Now they eventually ended up giving him Machiavelli Records, and he made him a partner and was like, "I want to make you a partner." And Tupac was able to keep his publishing rights. And this is what ticked off Snoop because Snoop wrote away his publishing the day he came in. But see, unlike Snoop, Tupac was already an established artist. Snoop was not. He just somebody Dre brought along. Pac already had Brenda Had a Baby, Dear Mama. He already had a catalog. So he came in with worth. You just wasn't going to take his publishing 100% and own it, and Tupac gonna sign it all away. That's not gonna happen because somebody else had to be paid off for that. Interscope owned it. Ted Fields, Jimmy Iovine. Well, that's true. He had $155,000 in his bank accounts, but you don't know all the expenses that Tupac had. Tupac mom, he got her like a $2 million house. He got all these cars. He didn't own the cars, none of it. So where the money went, I have no idea. I mean, yeah, he was supposed to get a lot more money than he did get. But in the end, Tupac was going. You got to remember, he only did one album alive. That's all he put out was one album alive. The rest, he he was gone. He was owed. Yeah, he was owed about $10 million because his last album did about 5 million while he was alive. So his next budget should have been somewhere near $8 to $9 million for his next album budget. That should have been in the ballpark of his scheduled deal. Plus, you got to understand, artists don't understand that they're paying for all these trips that they took, the vacations, the airfare, you taking your buddy here. What they do is they mark up things. What that soda costs 80 cents on the paperwork, they're gonna say that soda costs about 3.25. They're gonna mark up that thing studio time. That's why when you saw Tupac in there doing the Outlaws, do you watch that video again when he said, "We don't have the money, we don't have the time, we don't have the money to be in here playing around. We got to work." When the last thing this dude over here freestyling, yeah, record that. We got to go because he knows how expensive the studios were back then. You guys, you just click the super chat button. There should be one in the comment section, and then that's how you donate. But I am not happy about Jay Z buying the account. I'm hoping it's fake. I'm hoping it's fake. I mean, I called people. It should be on the end. I just walked in the house. Y'all know I was in the car. So I called people and they told me, man, it's true, it's going down. So I said, well, all right, well, let me see. So I just walked through the door. As you know, this live chat started before I even got here. So let me type it in and see what's going on. And see if it's on the internet yet. Jay Z buys Tupac catalog. See where we are here. March 28, 2015. They said he's not buying it. That was back then. Now somebody's telling me that they are doing it. Let me see. They're saying, did they buy the entire catalog for 384 million? Let me see. So far, this is just gossip. Nothing really exclusive is down yet. But everybody did the same thing about the Prince situation. But I can't see Entertainment One really parting away with the catalog like this. That's what makes this so crazy. Yeah, this was what, almost 3 years ago. The rumor came out. I see it right now. The rumor 384 million. This was 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, almost to the day that they actually bought it. I'm telling you, that's what they're telling me. That they went ahead and like, no man, that's real. They bought it. So anything, like I told you, I was in the car. I was in the car when that happened. So I hope it isn't real. I don't want Jay Z owning Tupac's catalog. I can't see anything positive happening with that. I mean, it y'all. I don't see Jay Z doing the right thing by Tupac's family, like making sure Pac's family is cool and everything. But then again, Jay Z's much more mature than when he was in his 20s and all of that stuff. So it'd have a whole different layout. I mean, he didn't like Jay, but he only didn't like Jay mostly because of Big. But if it's not true, it's not true. But it's definitely out there that they did have this. Either the offer is out there, so it's not like Rock Nation can't do it. They can do it. I know Tom Wiley was gonna screw him over. See, Entertainment One is only gonna do what's proper for Entertainment One. I think they probably would do better. It's just for me, the comfort level. It just don't look right. Jay Z owning Tupac's catalog when they didn't get along. Because I don't want to see Beyonce on a Tupac song. I don't want to do that. No, I don't. I mean, yeah, Rock Nation or if Entertainment One, okay, you got me there. I would take if I had to do a choice, I would take that. I would take Jay Z over Entertainment One. It's just the look of it. That's crazy. That's just real crazy to me. That's just the look of it. I've already spoke on the Young Buck situation. So like I told you, I hope it's not real. Oh yes, he did. Afeni Shakur did have authority. You couldn't put out anything Tupac without going through Afeni. Why you think the movie took so long to come out? Oh yes, she did. Oh yes, she did. And as long as Afeni was alive and she had total control, the his father is trying to get some type of control off the catalog, and they like, no, you ain't getting nothing. He said he'd rather have Snoop on it than Who wouldn't? I would rather have Snoop on it than Jay Z. I wouldn't. I don't know, because Snoop didn't even own his. Oh, find out for us. Let us know if this is real, dude. Because right now I'm thinking this is still the same thing from 3 years ago. Well, yeah, they tried to buy it years ago. That was true. 3 years ago, they put these things in play. Somebody's telling me like, no, they are finna buy this catalog. Exactly, it would have been trending. I think that's why I'm thinking. I was in the car. You probably just got here, dude. I was in the car when I got everything. So as soon as I heard it, I just went live, and I told y'all what I heard. That's just it. I just told y'all flat out what I heard. And I called some people I respect, and I'm like, now y'all would know. And they was like, yeah, yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, he's definitely finna buy it. Like it's going down. He finna buy it for like 300, whatever. The numbers might not be the same, but it's in play. Who knows? It might be today, might be next year, might be whatever. But Jay is still trying to buy that catalog. I think it got leaked out last time. Remember, he tried to buy Prince's catalog, and you guys said, "No, no, he ain't. That's a lie. That's fake news." And come to find out, he was trying to buy Prince's catalog. He said Prince wanted him to own it. So 380 million is too low for Tupac's catalog. Mm, I don't know. I'll believe it when academics report it. You waiting on Tubby? Say I want Tubby to do it. So you waiting on Tubby, huh? I know that. Say I'm waiting on Tubby. Once Tubby tell me, Tubby gonna be like, look, I know what happened. Check this out. Look, we all know what happened, right? I bumped into a guy who bought ice cream shop. We was out there, we got Ben and Jerry's, right? I want Ben and Jerry's, Rocky Road. So he eats the same kind. And he know Jay-Z. So we both getting ice cream. And I said, look, when you get the ice cream, you can't just trust the Rocky Road. You gotta actually go buy the Nestle's Crunch, break it up, and put it in the ice cream and mix it up. And he was like, dog, you just put me on to something special. And I was like, I know, but check this out. Have you heard anything about Jay-Z buying Tupac catalog? And he said, yeah, I did, but it's secret. So I can't tell nobody. So I said, all right, I'll tell everybody. You ain't got to say nothing. So yeah, it's true. So, so Tubby gonna do it. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Yeah. Wait till Tubby tell you. Well, Tubby's done a lot of unethical things. So because Tubby done some very unethical things, we got to keep reminding Tubby, of his, discretions. No, I'm not Tubby. Do I look Tubby to you? Does this look like a Tubby guy to you? They call me Mr. Tubby. I'm too fly to be Tubby. See, when you super fly, you too fly to be Tubby. Too fly to be Tubby. Can't be Tubby and wear a sweater like this. Make it look good. That's my GQ pose. Tubby people can't do that. That move right there would break them out in sweat. Tubby would have been sweating right there and passed out on the floor. Oh my God. Oh my God. Time out. Check this out. Time out. I think I got hypertension. Ooh, that's my hypertension. Go get me a piece of chicken. Tubby fall down and get hurt. He needs some food to bring him out of it. They'd be like, man, I think he's having a heart attack. Ooh, give me that gravy and chicken. Ooh, yeah, I need some more gravy and chicken to go down there and wash some of that heart attack away. Wash some of that heart attack down. That's what he need to do. Put something in his mouth. Wash that down. That's how you get rid of that heart attack. You gotta wash it away. Give him some Tums. I swear. I mean, he the type of fat that when you see him, they get fatter as you're watching them. It's like, dude, you swelling up as you talking. I swear, I watched him gain weight doing an episode of Everyday Struggle. I'm sitting there watching the show. I'm like, is he gaining weight just talking? Tubby something else. Water weight. Well, he better drink some water. It probably knock down some of that weight. He sweat Crisco. I know his sweat about the size of marbles. It'd be a 50-degree day and he out there sweating. Sweating on relatively cool days. Do you sweat on relatively cool days? They be like, dude, it's cool out here. You sweating? You ain't hot? Be like, nah, dog. Our blood pressure ain't 385. Yo, 325 over 200. We amazed you still with us, brother. Dwayne Wade wearing a Heat jersey. You know what's going on tonight. He could make a movie off there, since that's what he does now. He can make a motion picture. DJ AK as Tubby, the detective. Yeah, I'm a hiccup detective. Yeah, I'm Tubby. Tubby, we got a case. What? Extension court. Yeah. He says he wants the smoke with your boy Teriyaki 69. Now you in the middle of it, Tubby. You solve the case. You figure out why. I'm gonna go interview some thoughts and find out which thought it was. Okay, thought 300 chocolate darn caramel ice cream. Why they beefing? Why they beefing? Why they want it? Who's doing it? Tell Tubby. He'll make 16 videos off of it. I believe he's still in negotiation with it. Well, it all depends.
Huh?
Did the game come on?
I was watching that, man.
Oh, is this the new one?
Yeah, it's a trip.
I remember he had the sleep apnea thing on. And he's like, why everybody keep thinking I'm dead? Because he was dead on the other show. Look what I hold in my hand. In 4K too. Put it in this thing. He said Billboard has confirmed. Well, that's good. So that when it actually goes down, we will actually know if it happened or not. Oh no. See, in this Star Wars, they have a scene in here that was supposed to be in the movie that was funny. I know, please, Kendrick fans. We're fans too, but we're not delusional. You guys are so delusional when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. I don't understand it. Well, you know, Dwayne Wade's back. You know, they gotta pull the Dwayne Wade card with LeBron. That's all it's been today. It's like, man, I enjoy Kendrick music. People be like, "You're a Kendrick hater." I'm like, I'm not. I just think Big Sean is a better rapper, in my opinion. And if he ever battled him, Big Sean has already schooled him twice on. He still ain't did nothing better than no interviews. No interviews destroys him. Period. No more interviews. Flawless all the way through. And you mean to tell me Kendrick best him? Somebody informed CCT that Big Sean has responded like 2 times to No Humble, to Humble, which was like ridiculous if that was any type of diss song. Uh, no, be humble. Sit down. That was weak. And he definitely did with the Calic track. He just don't have the team that push him like they pushed him. But Big Sean album was better than Kendrick album by far. He just don't get the type of push, the type of engine that's pushing him is this type that pushes Kendrick. You know, he's got the Dr. Dre, the Jimmy, the TDE, He's representing the whole coast. Hey, I appreciate that. Somebody made a donation. C-Mac, you the only one out of all these people that made the donation. I'm proud of you. Some of my day ones are on here. I don't believe I had a sloppy Joe since my ex tried to kill me. Tried to kill me with sloppy Joe. It's the only thing she could cook. It was manwich, manwich, manwich. I was gonna die over there. She was the manwich queen. I would come over there, get the bread. I already know what's in the pot, manwich, and that's all it be. It's all she could cook. My blood pressure was gonna be 3 million degrees. I'm gonna be nice and gone. But I would go to export. That's how I killed most of my time. Because she watched the ridiculous shows, the reality shows, and I don't want to be there to watch it with her. So I was smart enough to stay out of the house. I used to come over there and visit them. Couldn't do it. I'll be at export. Well, you said you was on your way over. I'll be over when that movie is off. Oh, Papoose did body him. And he was very smart not to come back. But I the one told you Papoose did that to him. Now, Pat did that to Sean, but Kendrick couldn't. And he bodied Kendrick. And Kendrick didn't want none of Pat. You want a recap? Here's your recap right here. Watch it when it load up from the beginning.